Diane and Denmark here, rah rah rah. Two things for you today. We are going to be talking about outerwear, how I keep things colourful here in very dull at the moment Copenhagen, and of course we are continuing with our weekly planning. So let's get into the outerwear. I am a type 1 in the Dressing Your Truth system. The Dressing Your Truth system gives me a capsule wardrobe for all 4 seasons for me here in Denmark. My basic colours, summer, spring, winter, are based around navy blue. Hope the camera's picking up. Navy blue and white. And I actually prefer bright white to winter white, but sometimes I go with winter white, depends on what I can get. And my usual thing are, I love pearls and gold jewellery. I just keep it very simple. I'm not really into coloured jewellery. So starting with this coat, and this is a coat that I would wear if I was going out on the town. Unfortunately, it is not wool. I would love to be able to get a wool one, but hey ho, it's what I bought. Was it last year or the year before? I can wear it belted or unbelted, and as it's not particularly warm, what I usually do if I'm out in town, you know, and it's like -5 centigrade, I will wear my little puffer jacket underneath. Now these are the ones that pack down like so. And these are great to have with you. They're also great for when you are traveling, you're not sure what the weather is going to be like. So I'll usually be wearing a puffer jacket underneath one of my coats just for that extra layer. And one of the other things that I use a lot, because I'm out on my bike, I'm cycling in the snow, ice and the wet, is a buff. Now I have this one, I got this one, this is the brand, I think is Columbia, but I mainly bought it because it's white, it can go in the washing machine, and it just gives me that extra layer, especially when I'm cycling. I've got asthma, and also when I'm running I wear a buff. When I cover my nose, it heats up the air and it's less stress on my chest. Normally I turn it around because I don't like any kind of brands showing, but this has been a great one from Columbia, which I believe is a sports brand. Now, of course, I bought it on the sale. And one other advantage of a buff, which is basically just a tubular piece of fabric, is that if you're like me and you tend to get makeup on your coats, you know, when you're turning your collar up and things, it's a really good way that you can just wash the buff and not have to wash the coat. Right, moving swiftly on. This is my big puffer jacket that you will see me wearing when I'm down for my skinny dip sea swim in the morning. And I love this one. Don't look too closely because it actually needs a wash. I'm going to put it in the washing machine today. It's just really nice and soft. And I can zip it up at the side so I can get on and off my bike. And then let's move on to hats and scarves. This is a little furry, fluffy beret, and I got this one at a clothes swap, and it's from Woolworths. You can see how old this is. Must be kind of vintage Woolworths. And I love this one, it's really warm. And it's very cute. And I also have this one from H&M. Again, I like the beret style. The only problem with this one is it accidentally ended up in the wash, kind of shrunk a bit, and I've tried stretching it out, but there we go. And of course, when I'm winter bathing, when I'm ice swimming, or when I'm skinny dipping, also I have one of my fluffy hats on. And then for a wee bit of colour, if I'm, well, obviously I've got pink on today, but if I've got my kind of red nails on and red lipstick for a night on the town, I'll wear my red hat and matching wrist warmers. And then let's talk about scarves. I keep my scarves folded like this, and I keep these in the hall cupboard. I really like to wear different colours of scarves because we have a long, dark autumn and winter here. And I do like to have the light coats. It kind of lifts my spirits instead of all the kind of dark, sea of dark coats that you get here, you know, everybody's wearing black. And it's just a really easy way to change up my look. And this bright blue one, I've had that since I worked in Scotland in 1986 to 89. This white one, a wool one, that belonged to my bestie Viva, it belonged to her mum. The turquoise one, that was from a charity shop. This was also from a clothes swap. And when I've got this on, and my buff, and a hat, and even my extra puffer jacket on, it keeps me nice and toasty warm. Oh, and let's talk handbags, of which I have one. And this handbag It actually started life as a black handbag, but I repainted it navy blue with leather paint. That would be 2018, and occasionally I give it an extra coat just to shine it up again. Also my gloves. These are really good leather gloves from Randers, Hygge. That's one of the oldest glove companies in the world. It's Danish. And I got these, gosh, when was that? 2017? 2016. They cover the wrist. I don't like leather gloves that only stop there. And also they were black when I got them, and I painted those navy as well. So everything matches. And when I have a handbag, I like to keep it really small, and it must be one that I can use also, not just over the shoulder, but as a crossbody, because that's what fits best across my coats, and of course I'm on my bike. And I do have a couple of party handbags. This one was from a charity shop, and I just changed out the chain because it didn't have a very nice chain on it, and I can't remember, I think that cost me about 30 krona. About, I don't know, £4 in British money to get a new chain. And I love this one, the pink one. Do you remember this one? This is one that Sue had put into the clothes swap, and I took it. I think it's, if I remember rightly, it's an Australian brand. And on days when it's not quite so cold, or maybe I am in the car and I'm going shopping somewhere, then I will revert to my old trusty raincoat. This is one that I got from Marks and Spencer's in Edinburgh. A really good basic purchase for me. And like almost everything that I wear, it is machine washable. Woohoo! So that's basically it. I do have an extra couple of coats. They are both navy, but actually I find that I really prefer wearing the white. As I said, really lifts my spirits, and I can easily change the look with wearing different scarves. Okay, enough of the outerwear shenanigans, and let's get into some planning. Woohoo! We are moving on with our weekly plan, and last week I didn't get everything ticked off my list, but I really moved forward with things. And remember, you can get these on my blog, dianedenmark.com. You don't need to be printing anything out. Just take the headings and go from there. It's the week beginning 7th of November. And in my shopping this week, I'm going to try and get as much as I can of the non-perishable things for Christmas. Lots of offers are coming up, so I'm kind of got those on my radar. And I like to always have lots of flour on hand for baking. I bake a lot of rolls, and I bake rolls every weekend. So that's what I'm really working on this week. Anything that I see that's on offer that I can get non-perishables. Projects and gifts. I've actually just ordered something for my hubby because I know there are some mail strikes coming up, I think in the UK. So planning ahead is really going to help you with this, so you're not suddenly ordering something and it doesn't get there in time. And don't tell him. Make sure he's left the room. He's a really big fan of Nick Cave, and last year I got him this t-shirt, this one. He wore this the weekend actually, it's going in the wash. And I've ordered him another Nick Cave t-shirt, so that's already on the way. Woohoo! Also, we have our little mission, yes, for you and me. We're buying something, we're putting together a little Christmas stocking for ourselves. And the last couple of weeks we did kind of like a little sweet treat, and then we did something like a relish or a jam. This week I want you to get yourself a book or something to read. Could be a Sudoku book if you're not into reading novels. And I have ordered myself the new book by Mike Viking. You know the guy that did the little book of Hygge. He's got one called Hygge Home. Funny about that, because that's the name that I have for my videos, and I've ordered that, so that's on its way. So let me know, what can you get for your book? Is there something that's been on your radar? Get it ordered and go and buy it in your local bookshop, and we'll be wrapping them together a bit later this month. Clean and decorate. We are in Flylady Zone 2 this week, the kitchen, the heart of the home. But remember to do your basics first. Make sure you're just doing your weekly upkeep clean, because that really keeps the place ticking over. And I've started using, do you remember I bought this one? This is my favourite brand of cleaning products, and they brought out a winter one, so I've started using that. And I'm using it now because I've also bought their Christmas one that you always see when I, on my shiny sink photos on Instagram and Facebook. So anyway, keep going with the basics, but where I'm looking at Flylady Zone 2 this week, is there anything that you need to buy this week? Remember to keep stocked up in the basics. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing in Flylady Zone 2 this week, apart from the usual cleaning, you know, cleaning up, cleaning down, give it a really good mop, I'm going to check through all the drawers of the food that I already have to check what we have and make space so I can add in the extra Christmas food. If you are using this for Thanksgiving, obviously we don't have Thanksgiving here in Denmark. I know you have it in Canada, the States, and maybe some other countries. Thanksgiving food, do you need to look out tablecloths, or are you hosting this year? Are you traveling? That's why we have this list, so we're not getting overwhelmed with things, we're just breaking it down. Right, on to well-being, which is kind of self-care. I may be going for a moonlight dip tonight. I'm not sure about that. I've got clients tonight. May see some of you later in a group call. I was swimming with the Bluetooths at the weekend. I'm going to a swap party, Monica's house. I'm looking forward to that. I did run twice last week, woo, go me, and I'm planning to run twice again this week. It's my friend Erica from America. It's her 55th birthday. We've got something planned for that. Kids will be here on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, because in Denmark we have Mortens Aften, Morten Bisp, St. Martin's, and on Thursday the Danes eat duck, and we will be doing confit de canard, so the duck is in the house. And otherwise my menu plan is going to be quite simple this week, and I've got that written down in my diary. And my blank column this week, I'm going to use that for reading and gratitude, because I felt the last few days, I felt like I've kind of been on the merry-go-round. And that happens to me when I'm not firmly anchored in my self-care, taking a few moments for me every day. I really need to make sure that I read a chapter of a book when I'm eating my lunch every day. That's one of the best ways for me to do it. I also read before I go to bed, but I need just a little bit extra. So I'm going to be checking off every day when I eat my lunch that I'm reading a chapter of my book. I'm reading quite a good one at the moment. It's Marple, and it's new Miss Marple stories written in the style of Miss Marple by a lot of different authors. So I'm quite enjoying that. I managed to get it from the library, of course, for free. So I'm enjoying reading that at the moment. And the other thing is I'm going to write down every day something that I just feel gratitude for. So it's a really quick way to hone in on your self-care. And my focus for the week, I'm going to make sure that all the gifts that I've already bought, the things for family in Scotland, you know, where we're just talking about token gifts, I'm going to make sure that I get those wrapped. I've already started, but I haven't finished. Over there, they always think it's so funny, some of the Danish and Swedish sweets that we have. And this is called juleskum. And scum is not scum, obviously, but in Danish, scum means anything that's like marshmallow or chewy, so squidgy stuff. So we've got some Yule scum and some more Yule scum. And Yule, of course, is the Danish word for Yule, like Yuletide. The Swedish chocolate that always makes the family laugh is called plop. And this one has got Bilar, which is a really iconic Swedish sweet. It's got little cars inside the chocolate, and the other one is just their kind of mixed sweets inside the chocolate. So I need to get those wrapped, get them in my suitcase for Edinburgh. And I mentioned last week that I would be talking about books. I'll do that another time, because actually I went down to the library. The library haven't got the Christmas books out yet. I've ordered some Christmas books, but I want to take a little mooch around the library and see what other stuff they have. So I'll be talking about Christmas reading and Christmas TV. It'll be either next week or the week after that. And a little candle update. And it was so funny last week because so many of you have started making your own candle jars or found them in your corner of the world. So if you're wondering where to get them, look at the comments from last week. I've already got quite a stack. And when the kids are here this week, when we're eating duck, I'll get the kids to write the numbers on for me. Woo! And now I will hand you over to Diane.
Diane?
So I hope you're feeling very hygge and warm and inspired. Let me know what you're up to this week. And all I've got left to say is live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. Keep warm out there. And I'll see you very soon with a ra, ra, ra. Okay, bye for now.